lifetimes. If you eat right, sleep enough, and stay fit, you should have 80 years of it. Days. Unless you know something I don't, we should all have 24 hours in each one. So how is it that some people achieve tremendous success during the same 80 years we have? How is it that some people achieve so much each day using the same 24 hours we all have? Is success a result of luck? What if during your lifetime you did the same action steps that the millionaires and moguls do? What if starting today you began doing the same things that successful people do each day? What if you knew exactly what to do? Hi, I'm Clay, and once upon a time the Small Business Administration named me as one of their Entrepreneurs of the Year. But before that, I lived in an apartment without air conditioning or heat because I couldn't afford it. And before that, I took algebra 3 times, and I never really did pass. And still before that, I stuttered and stammered, and I couldn't talk. This is Abe. He ended slavery in America and became one of the greatest presidents in U.S. history. But before that, he lost 8 elections. And before that, he failed in business twice. This is Oprah. And for a time, she was America's only black billionaire. But before her show and her network, she was sexually abused. And before that, she was born into poverty. This is Tom. He invented the light bulbs we use, the recorded sound that we hear, and the video technology we see. Oh, and he started a little company called GE. But before that, he developed over 10,000 failed experiments. Could you imagine 10,000? This is Walt. Once upon a time, this crazy guy started a company based upon the idea of turning fairy tales into reality. But before there was Disneyland, there was bankruptcy for Mr. Disney in 1923 when his first studio failed. This is Chris. He's a multi-million-dollar stockbroker. But before he became a king of Wall Street, he was a homeless single father, just trying to raise his son without a job or a home. You probably have people telling you that you could never do what Oprah did. You might be telling yourself that you could never do what Walt did. I'm telling you, you can. And with ELN, you will. Henry Ford went bankrupt in 1901 and went on to build an automotive empire that transformed the way we travel. Steve Jobs dropped out of college. He got fired from the company he started. And in his simple and great products, made Apple the world's most valuable company. Jay-Z, he grew up in the projects. He sold drugs. And yet today, he's well on his way to becoming one of the wealthiest men in America. You've heard their names, but do you know how they made it to the top? We often marvel at greatness, we cheer for champions, and we idolize achievement. But do we ever stop and ask ourselves, how did they achieve their dreams? How can you achieve your dreams? Where do you go if you want to grow? Where do the enemies of average go? Where do you go to learn how to turn your big dreams into small daily action steps that you need to take in order to make things actually happen? My friends, I'm Clay, and I want to welcome you to your network, the Entrepreneur's Life Network, a place where your dreams can and will become reality, one action step at a time, if you are simply willing to watch, learn, do, and fail until you eventually succeed.